Hello and welcome to Fashion Voice. To my new viewers, please don't forget to like and subscribe. To my returning subscribers, thank you and keep watching. Next is my corset block pattern, and now I'll start by using my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5. This is the nipple to nipple, which is 7 divided by 2. 3.5. I'm marking it on the under bust, the bust point, the half length, and I'll finally connect the lines together. I will then proceed to mark a line about 1 inch in from the bust measurement of the client. This will serve side dart of the corset top. I will proceed to elongate the line downwards to the half length horizontal line. I will then proceed to add half-inch allowance after the under bust horizontal line. We call this the under wire allowance. This will serve as the new under bust line. Now note, the corset has a sweetheart neckline with a neck depth of approximately 8 inches for the cup area and 9 inches for the center. We will impute the measurements on our pattern and use our meter rule to draw a horizontal line across the 8 inches and a dotted line on the 9 inches point. Furthermore, that point indicated with the yellow line, we will call it the center point, and the one with the green line, the side dart. Now, the center point has a gap between the two bra cups, and in our pattern, we use an average of 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, depending on the size of the client, but in this case, we're using 1/2 inch for it, which I have indicated now. Watch me correct the initial underbust error. I will then connect using freehand my nipple to nipple line on my new underbust horizontal line to the center point mark. Notice. Then on the side dart line, I will mark 1.5 inches down from the starting point, which is the bust line. It is from here I will connect it to the under bust measurement 2 inches mark, which is explained in the notice. Next, on my side dart, I will mark 1/2 inch in on the half length, then connect it from that 1.5 inch part to the half length, then further down to the corset length. Now I will use the new side dart line as a new point to mark another 1/2 inch in on the half length and repeat the connecting process down to the corset length part. I'm done with the side dart. I will then proceed to my center dart. I will mark 1/2 inch in on both sides and connect it from the underbust straight down to the corset length. Observe, stop is the underbust. I will remove 3/4 inch on both sides of the underbust. We will make an imaginary 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch down mark on the nipple to nipple point on the bust line. It will be a reference. It's from there I will connect my curved line to the initial 3/4 inch mark on the underbust line. I will then proceed to mark my nipple to nipple line to the neckline. I will elongate it. On the neckline, I will mark 1.5 inches out from the nipple to nipple line towards the armhole area and 1 inch out towards the center front area. This will be my upper chest dart. Next, I will measure the upper chest dart of the both sides. If there's a difference, I will elongate the shorter one to balance it up. After that, I will connect the center points to the upper dart, then mark 1/2 inch down from my armhole. This is where I'll connect the other upper chest dart to. Ensure your lines are smooth. Next, I will elongate the side dart line to touch the new armhole that has been created. After that, I'll mark 1 inch down from the horizontal bust point measurement and connect it from the bust point by the side to it, I will elongate my line out of the initial basic bodice block. This will be removed during the cutting process. Now, if you want to divide your cup into 4 pieces, which is optional, you can remove 1/2 inch at that center front area and connect it back to the bust point. So during the cutting process, you remove that 1/2 inch which we've indicated all the way down to that point. Next, we will add our 2 inches sewing allowance. You remember we removed 2 inches at the center dart and the side dart, so we're adding the 2 inches back all through the corset pattern. After that, I'll even out all the lines. Then I will shade those areas of the pattern which will be trimmed off during the cutting process. Ensure you take note of all of them, because any extra line might actually add a little bit of size to your corset, so take note. Close attention to the details of the pattern. You can see the shaded parts and everything. Look at it closely. After that, I will proceed to label my pattern. It's very necessary to label your pattern in order to avoid, hey, I mixed up my pattern, because you spoil your outfit. You'll not be able to achieve it. So label them accordingly so that you don't mix them up. Identify the lower parts of the cup, the upper parts of the cup. You'll see everything in detail. Now the cutting phase. You can see my scissors, and I'll snip away all the edges and areas that I marked off for cutting. I'm going to cut them all out precisely. Next, I'm going to indicate with 2 arrows in my center front to indicate that it's going to be cut into 2 parts. I'm going to also go ahead to indicate the other parts of the corset pattern with my masking tape. I'm going to join them together first. Then for the cup bodice parts, I'm going to use my masking tape to label the lower parts, the upper parts, the sides that are going to be the bust point and everything, so that we'll not mix it up at the end. Now for the darts that cuts across from the bust point to the armhole area, it will be cut out, and the extra that is joined from the original armhole and the lower part that was cut out, we'll use our masking tape and join them back together while we discard the dart part that was cut out. We'll proceed to keep that part of the breast cup. That will be number 4, as you can see. I'll use my masking tape to hold it together to prevent any piece from getting missing. Next, I will count my patterns to make sure that every piece is complete and we're done for this cutting process. See you in my next video. Bye.